Do you love the cashback rewards or maybe the credit building benefits of your credit card but always stress about missing the payment deadline? Well, if that sounds like you, then this video is just the one for you. Say goodbye to missed deadlines and interest payments by setting up automatic monthly payments where technology pays it on time for you every single month. And in this video, I'll show you how I do it and how you can too. Alright, so here I am in my Bank of America webpage, and I'm doing Bank of America because that's the bank that I do. If you have some other bank like Wells Fargo, Capital One, whatever bank that you use, you can always search up how to set up automatic credit card monthly payments and then name of the bank like Wells Fargo, Capital One, whatever. There is a whole walkthrough, but I'm just going to walk through for Bank of America because that's what I use, and I have some tips that I want to share when you guys set it up. So what you want to do is once you're in Bank of America, you want to click on the bill pay button, just click it, bill pay, and it'll automatically take you to the payment center. So once you're here, it should look something like this, and you can see that I have a minimum payment of $25 due. So once you're on this page, how to set up autopay is if you look right here at these 4 buttons, you want to click on autopay. And notice how there is an on button for e-bills. There's not an on button for autopay. So I had it on, I turned it off so I could do this tutorial so I can set it up in front of you guys. But what you'll do is you'll want to click on autopay, click on set up autopay. I would recommend you read the words and then click on set up autopay. And then it's going to ask you, how do you want to pay? And it gives you 2 options. You can pay the e-bill automatically, or you can set a fixed amount. This is up to you. And again, I'm just showing you what I do and what I recommend. I cannot control what you do. So I'm going to go with this option. You can pick whatever works best for you. So I'm just going to click setup based on the e-bill. It's going to take you onto this page. And then the first part, pay from, is very straightforward. You're going to select an account that you want to pay it from. You can pick from checkings or savings. For me, I am going to go with my checkings account. Then what you want to do is you can choose when you want to have your payment delivered by. You can either do it like the day that the payment is due, before the day it's due, and then the earliest day possible. I personally, again, just personal preference, I would never recommend doing it on the due date just in case something happens with technology and it's supposed to send on the day it's due and it doesn't send through. If it doesn't send through, that's on you. I like to give myself a few buffer days. I don't see a point in doing the earliest delivery date, so I do before the due date, and then I like to set it at the maximum of 5 days before the due date. And the reason I do this, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, just don't do it like on the due date. Again, you can do anything you want. I can't control what you do. But for me, the reason I choose 5 is, say, that gives me some buffer in case like a holiday is coming up or the weekend is 2 days. If something happens during that weekend, I still have, some days that I can call during the weekday, like if something ever happens. So that gives me a nice buffer to still get it in before the payment deadline in case something happens. Typically nothing has ever happened, knock on wood. But if it does, the 5 days gives me a little buffer time. So that's why I do 5. And then the key point I want to mention here is with the amount. So you can choose how much you pay, amount due, minimum amount due, account balance, and fixed amount. And so I actually did some digging myself. There is a difference between amount due and account balance. So you want to make sure, if there's one thing you do and you're setting up automatic payments, click on account balance. And the reason for that is, minimum amount due is obvious. You just pay the minimum, which is typically $25. So for me, it's $25. For you, it might vary. But minimum amount due just pays that $25 every single month, which is not our point because we want to pay off our full balance so that we don't get charged interest. So obviously don't do minimum amount due unless you want to pay interest and you don't have the money. But then again, I don't suggest you use a credit card if you don't have the money to use a credit card. Don't spend money you don't have. So don't use minimum amount due. Amount due is very misleading and you would assume it's your entire balance, but in reality it's not. It's what's on your statement, but it's not the entire balance. So I recommend doing account balance because account balance is the actual option where it will pay and schedule every single month the total balance that you have, so it pays it off completely every single month and you don't need to worry about it. If you do amount due is basically like a minimum amount due. So if you click any of these 2 options, every month it'll just pay the minimum $25, which is not our goal because we don't want to be charged interest. We want to pay everything off. So we go with account balance. Fixed amount is like if you want to pay a fixed amount towards your bill, like let's say your bill is $200 and you want to pay $100 every, month or something. So I would do account balance. This is optional. Do not pay if over. I typically leave this blank. If you want to go fill in a number, feel free to do so. And then I click on email me when my payment is scheduled and email me when the payment has been sent, just so I can stay in the loop and I know that it's doing stuff and it's sending them, scheduling them. And then once you click start sending payments, it will schedule it. And so what happens here is once you set up this automatic payment, instead of having to remember every month, like, oh, my credit card bill is coming up, or you might even forget it, setting up calendar reminders, technology will do all of this for you. It will schedule it for you. It will email you, hey, it's scheduled, and it will email you again, hey, it's been sent. So you never really have to worry about going in here, making sure you're paying the right amount. Oh, did I pay the full balance? Am I going to get charged interest? No, this takes care of it. It just pays everything 5 days before the due date. And if there ever is a problem, you're like, oh, I didn't see my bill this month, you can come in and check. And since you have this set up, you should be good to go. So hopefully that was helpful. This is how I set up autopay for Bank of America. You can obviously set it with different options. I think this is the best way, and this is why I'm recommending it. If you have a different bank, please feel free to go to Google. Google is such a wonderful tool, just search up how to set up autopay for whatever bank. If you need help, you can definitely call them or email them. Typically, all the information you need is going to be online, and you can just do it from the webpage. I don't think it's as easy on like the phone app, so I would recommend doing it on like a web browser. But anyway, hopefully this was helpful for Bank of America, and the main point of this video is to stress the importance of setting up autopay, because it can help you hit those deadlines without even needing to think about it. So it's on autopilot and you just pay the money. You can spend it, you can spend money you have, spend it, and this pays it for you and you don't have to worry about it. So I never have to worry about my credit card payments because it's done for me. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you liked my infomercial at the beginning, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Okay, bye.